This video is about the 5 main things that you need to look out for when you are a freight dispatcher. As we all know, the trucking industry is very competitive. There's a lot of brokers, there's a lot of carriers, and there's a lot of dispatching companies. So the things that I'm going to be teaching you in this video could make or break your business, so don't skip anything. Make sure you watch this full video so that you can save some money, because some of these mistakes might cost you hundreds of dollars. If you don't know me, my name is KINGLATTA, and this is Black Investors Group, where we make investing easy over here, and it is my job to teach you how to start up a successful cargo van business, box truck business, or even dispatching business, because if you don't know by now, I have started up a cargo van and box truck business at the age of 19. Now, the dispatching industry is not that hard to get started, guys. There's only a couple of paperwork requirements that you need, and I will be going over a couple of requirements in the video. But with all that talking being said, let's go ahead and get into these 5 points. Stay tuned for more after the intro. Woo! Group mini whiteboard, man. A lot of things, a lot of information gets relayed on this whiteboard, so if you haven't done so already yet, man, please make sure you go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Anywho's, the first thing I want to go over with you is called the no force dispatch. All right, so it says no force dispatch right here. As you can see, no force dispatch, and what that means is now this no force dispatch isn't necessarily something that you need to watch out for, but it is something that's taken kind of serious in this dispatching industry, because if you are a carrier, you don't want to be forced to go anywhere. I know me, as being a carrier, as being an owner operator, I don't want to be forced to go anywhere. That's the reason that I became an owner operator, so I won't have to be necessarily tied down to anybody or working for anybody. So I want to go where I want to go, when I want to go. So just like me, most of your carriers are going to be thinking the same way, guys, and you just don't want to force any of your drivers to go where they don't want to go. So with that being said, just make sure when you are posting ads, when you are advertising for drivers, make sure that you're promoting that you are doing no force dispatch. And another key thing to getting drivers to get to work with you is promote that you're gonna be paying around 3 to 7K a week. So even though you're not gonna be paying your driver this 3 to 7K a week, just because you're saying that doesn't mean that they actually have to make that. Like I said, it's a $4,000 gap. So they can make 3 to 7K, and this just simply means that while you're dispatching them, whatever loads they pick up, they can make anywhere from $3,000 a week on a low week to $7,000 a week on a high week. Now, the second thing, and one of the most important things, guys, is gonna be the new carrier invoice. So let's zoom in right here. Boom. New carrier invoice, guys, and what this means is you're gonna be invoicing to your carriers every time you send them a load, and you want to watch out for the new carriers. So what I mean by watch out for the new carriers is not necessarily like new to the trucking game carriers, but new carriers that's working under your belt. So if you don't know already, in the dispatching industry there is 2 options. You either have the weekly fee or the percentage per load fee. So you can charge 10% per load, or around $300 to $400 weekly for your dispatching services. If your client decides to go with the weekly fee, that means you're more than likely going to be invoicing him once a week. So now you have to go a whole week without getting paid any money, and you have to trust your driver's word to pay you your full weekly fee of $400. Let's just say you've got a new carrier, you got a new driver, he chooses the weekly option. You've just dispatched him a whole week's worth of loads every single day. You've been on the load board probably an hour or 2 a day just for that one driver, and now at the end of the week he doesn't want to pay you any money. To avoid this, guys, what you want to do is simply, as soon as you get that new carrier, as soon as somebody says they want you to dispatch them, invoice them that first load as soon after, you know, they do that first load for you. So even though they pick the weekly, guys, for the first week you want to still invoice them daily. You still want to invoice them per load. This way, if your driver doesn't want to pay, at least you will only be losing 1 day of work, you know, 1 hour of being on the computer searching him a load, instead of a whole week's worth of doing work for that one particular driver. It's better to lose out on $100 rather than losing out on $700 and 7 hours worth of time. Also, if you need an invoice servicing, guys, I do have a website right here where you can get invoices made custom to your business. Woo! Before I get too deep inside the video, guys, don't forget to check out the links in the description. Check out all the useful links. We do have ebooks, we do have the YouTube memberships, and also I do provide coaching calls. You can get a 10 to 30 minute conversation with me for only $10. $5. I will answer any of your questions you have about any niche you need. Guys, I will even teach you how to start your dispatching, your trucking, or your cargo van business. And I also do provide 45-minute sessions for a full course layout. I will give you a full course packet walkthrough, and I will give you a lot of websites and extra knowledge within inside that course. So don't forget to check out the Calendly/KingLatta link in the description. Schedule a coaching call so you can get your business started up today. Back to the video. Woo! Boom. So the third thing I want to go over is fake carriers. So as you can see right here, man, we got fake carriers. Now you're probably looking at me like, what is a fake carrier? Well, guys, fake carriers could be people that's wanting to get dispatching services but don't actually have their proper carrier requirements. So proper carrier requirements is things like the letter of approval from your FMCSA, guys. Now just about all dispatching companies will ask their carrier for this letter of authority just to see if there are a real carrier that's approved to drive over the road. If you one day come across a carrier that doesn't have this letter of authority, guys, just don't even bother to work with him, because when you're trying to find him a load, and say you finally find him a load after, you know, an hour, and you're texting that broker trying to get the load for your carrier, you're filling out his carrier packet, and then the broker says he's not approved, he doesn't have a DOT or MC number, so then he won't be able to get that load, and you just wasted all your time. So moral of the story, don't waste your time with these fake carriers if they don't have the proper requirements. So speaking of fake carriers, I'm actually gonna skip to this last point right here, which is the complete carrier package. If you don't know already, man, you can check out this video right here and I'll explain to you all the requirements needed from your carrier as well as from you to get your dispatching business started. But in this video right here, you will find out everything you need from your carrier so you can start getting them and booking them loads. So I will be going over in that video is the carrier packet. So what this carrier information packet is all the information about your driver, their business, and their truck. Just a quick little run through. In this packet, you will be going over things like the height, the length, and the width of the truck, because all box truck and semi trucks sometimes have different heights and different widths, guys. Also, you'll be getting all his business documents. You will be getting the LLC, the EIN number, guys, and also they will be filling out a W-9 so that you can do proper tax payments. Letter of authority will have to be in this packet as well, as long as their insurance, and then of course with the letter of authority and all that, they will have their MC and DOT number, and this is everything needed in this carrier information packet. So yeah, man, don't forget to get this carrier information packet as soon as you get your driver on the line, and as well, you know, just make sure they have that FMCSA authority and everything should be good to go. If they have proper insurance, and then you want to see other requirements and other good things like a lift gate, or if they're dock height, you know, depending on the truck. But all of that stuff disclosed in this video, so make sure you guys go check that out. Another thing you gotta watch out for in this dispatching industry is you have to watch out for broker negotiation. You're probably asking me, Latta, what's broker negotiation? Well, guys, broker negotiation is just what it sounds, all right? So when you're on these load boards, guys, pretty much all the loads you're going to be getting, you're going to have to go through a broker to get that load, and that broker is going to have to approve your driver. So if the broker doesn't like what they see about the driver, if they don't like that they're under 3 months of authority, and that's a big thing in this trucking industry, if your driver is under 3 months of authority time, meaning that he is a new carrier holder, then a lot of brokers don't want to work with them. So broker negotiation is a big part in this business, guys, and it's pretty much, you know, getting higher paying loads. It's getting these brokers to approve you and your carrier to give you the load over all of these other dispatchers out here. Now with broker negotiation, you have to think about it, guys. This is a whole industry. This is a whole grown man's game. So the broker is trying to get these loads off for the cheapest price possible, and as a dispatcher, you're trying to buy the load for, or you're trying to receive the load for the most expensive price possible. So say a load is on the load board for 700, guys, that is probably gonna be the maximum that this broker can go, or it's probably gonna be, you know, $50 over. The maximum the broker can go will be $750. But now you see the $700 load and you told your driver about it over the phone, and he says he wants $800. So this is where your broker negotiation would come in. You would pretty much try to get to that middle point, that $750 range, or even $800. Sometimes they will give out the $800, or, you know, sometimes even $200 extra than what it's posted for, depending depending on the urgency of that load and what needs to be moved. And then the last thing I want to go over with you guys before we end off this video, but before I go over it, guys, make sure you like this video and make sure you subscribe to Black Investors Group, because we are on the way to 100K and we want to get this content pushed out to as many people as possible, so as many people can learn how to start their business and start investing the easiest way possible. And we just make this money the easy way over here, man. So share this video to your friends. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and let's get right into this last point, and that would be fast, man. You have to be fast in this dispatching industry. If you're not fast in this industry, you're definitely gonna fail, guys, because it is the early bird gets the worm. It's whoever is first to the beach is gonna get in the water first. Yes, I just made that up. Yeah, guys, whoever is gonna be first is gonna more likely get that load. So you have to be fast. You have to be fast with everything. You have to be fast even when it comes down to getting these carriers to work with you, because if you don't show that urgency, if you don't show them that you can get it done, then they're not gonna think you can get it done and transfer that to, you know, getting them loads. You know what I'm saying? These carriers want to see that you're fast, and also these brokers, they need to see that you're fast. You know what I'm saying? You have to fill out carrier package just about every time you're trying to book a load. So most of the times you're gonna be always on this load board, you know, all day every day. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be looking through this load board. You can filter out for your drivers. So if one of your drivers is in Ohio, one of your drivers is in Florida, then, you know, 10 minutes go to Florida and look out through Florida. Then the next 10 minutes go to Ohio, look out through Ohio. Boom, another driver just called you, said he's in Texas. Boom, another 10 minutes, go look through all the loads in Texas. And then just repeat the cycle, keep cycling back through your cities, guys, and now you will see all the loads are recent. So when these loads are posted recent, literally, guys, you have probably 3 to 5 minutes, sometimes even 2 minutes to get these loads off the load board. There are so many dispatcher companies coming out here getting most of these loads, so you just got to be fast, guys. As soon as that load gets on the load board, go straight to that broker's email, or they have their phone number, call that broker up immediately and get this load filled out. Get the broker to send you a carrier packet. Now you will simply go through your files, through all your carriers, fill out that carrier packet for whoever you just booked the load for, and then once that carrier packet is filled out, that is pretty much cheese from there, man. You are strapped in and you got that load ready to go. So once you are approved for this load by the broker, once they see all that stuff in the carrier packet is approved and lines up, then they will send you the rate confirmation. And then it is your job to send this rate confirmation to your carrier, because your carrier is going to need that rate confirmation sometimes to pick up the load. Rarely, you know, he needs that rate confirmation to show for approval to pick up the load, but mostly for factoring. If you don't know already what factoring is, it's a company where they pretty much pay you the money in just 2 business days. So your driver will be getting paid in 2 business days just by submitting his BOL, which is the receipt he gets by dropping off the load, and then the rate confirmation. You don't necessarily have to worry about your carrier's factoring. That's all on their hand. That's all on how they're gonna get paid. But the only thing you have to be concerned about is receiving this rate confirmation as soon as this load gets booked. And if a broker says you got the load and you've successfully booked the load, there is no such thing as a successful booking if you don't have that rate confirmation. So keep that in mind. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, man. This is Black Investors Group, where we make the investing easy. If you did enjoy, man, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe, man, so we can go up, reach that 100K mark, and help all of these people make this money the easy way, because that's all we do over here, man. And if you don't know already, my name is KINGLATTA. Until tomorrow, I will see you and give you some more great information. We out. Woo!
You talking money, want all of it.